We have a video for y'all today, and it is called Shamrock versus Garling. Now, Shamrock has appeared in the anime, y'all. People need to know that Shamrock is that guy who approached the five elders a while back. It wasn't Shanks, that was Shamrock under a hood saying, "You should watch out for this pirate." Shanks has been to the Holy Land, and you know this if you read the manga, but he is not the one that was there that day. So the guy you see in the thumbnail fighting Garling, which is the old man who killed Miosgar, right? For protecting Princess Shirahoshi from St. Charlos. He was the one who, led the execution of him, right? And crucified him and shit, right? In front of the other celestial dragons. Then, at the end of Egghead, he was elevated to the position of Gorosei. So I believe he got stronger too. Because now he has a stronger connection to Imu. She believes that he can fulfill Saturn's role, right? But you'll be surprised how I make this fight shake out. Now, we haven't seen too much from him. Manga spoilers in this video a little bit. Shamrock's in Elbath. He's there, he does some things. That's all I'll say. And to somebody who's powerful, alright? You'll see this soon in the anime. Well, maybe not too soon as of this video, but in the next couple months. He basically, hurt somebody who was strong, right? Pretty powerful. He was sent back to the Holy Land. Now, his father, Garling, fought at God Valley that day. He survived. You gotta give him some credit there. Now what he did there, I'll say that, alright? But at least he survived, okay? And since then, he's elevated to, like I said, the Gorosei position. After all that being said, let's get into how I break this fight down. Strength will go to Shamrock. Shamrock's a younger man. He's actually more active than his father. Now his father has, positions and other things, but he's sitting down telling people shit. He ain't doing anything himself. He ain't doing that shit no more. Shamrock's running around doing that shit. He's the one actively, fucking people up, right? Strength goes to Shamrock. Speed also goes to Shamrock. I'm telling you right now, I know some people are going to get sideways, but no extra. He's not getting a speed amp from that. I'll tell you that right now. He's not getting speed amp from it. And again, like I said, Shamrock be, going on missions and shit, right? Durability, however, I'm going to give it to Garling, because that's what I do think was enhanced. His durability. Your ability to damage this man is not going to be as easy now that he has a deep abyssal contract with, the deepest abyssal contract with Imu. But endurance, surprisingly, I'm giving that shit to Shamrock, because again, he sees more fights. He goes out more these days. Shamrock does that shit, right? Intelligence, I'm giving it to Garling. Garling knows all about, the celestial dragons, the history. He even knows some true history, but he, how they sweep shit under the rug and other things. Well, maybe he don't. But he knows his position, knows how to, tell other people what to do. he was elevated to the position of Gorosei. Like I already said this shit many a time in the video. Experience also goes to Garling. He's like 70. Shamrock's like 39. We got that, right? Close skills go to Shamrock. I think he's a better swordsman. His sword is nothing to like sneeze at. Range skills, I'll give it to Garling. With the pentagram, transportation and all that, right? But it ain't just used for transportation, it's used to amplify his powers, right? I don't know what he does, but he's gonna be something, right? Recoup, I'm giving that shit to Garling. He has a closer connection to Emu. He's gonna want Emu's gonna want him to survive, right? Hacks, I'm also giving it to Garling. Whatever kind of amps he gets from the elevation to Gorosei, right? And the environment, see, they're gonna be fighting the Holy Land. That being said, I still give it to Shamrock. Extreme diff. He's like a weaker version of Shanks. Shanks' older twin. I'm giving it to him. But it's a close fight. Because he still came up in the same kind of, indoctrination and, this is the way of us celestial dragons. We're above all these other people. He was brought up in it just like Garling was. But he still has, I think he has more of a, even if it's just slightly, more of a, what else is out there kind of shit. Whereas Garling was like, no, this is what it is, and this is what it is, right? I think just something as small as that gives him an edge in this fight. So let me know what you think about Garling or Shamrock versus Garling in the comments below. And be cool on the corner. Shamrock wins extreme diff.